Guys, check this out. Kind of want to give you my perspective on everybody's doom and gloom situation in the automotive industry right now. And I'm going to show you another angle to this whole thing. Seriously, the sky is falling. You're going to be able to get cars for 70 to 90% off MSRP. No joke, I'm seeing it everywhere. Guys, this is getting ridiculous. I see so many YouTubers right now talking about this doom and gloom. You know why they do it? Because they can get your attention, and so you watch their channel so they make more money. That's the reality. So the reason why I've been hesitant to go down this path of a lot of people trying to take advantage of clickbait, the sky is falling, everything is terrible, because I don't think it's the full picture. See this right here? They've only got 2 HD trucks right now, and both of them haven't been sitting here. I just went and looked at them less than 30 days. The truck I reviewed actually 3 days ago, that custom Trail Boss, literally 3 days, already sold. But what I can tell you is, are there some vehicles heavily discounted? That's right. These Gladiators, there's some discounts, but they've been discounted now for the last 6 months. What other vehicles? Well, if we look at some of these vehicles behind us, the Compasses, some of the Rams, yep, for sure. Some Traverses and some Equinoxes, they do, but it's not an overwhelming amount of inventory. Now, this is Chevrolet specific, but just keep this in mind. This vehicle is getting updated. This vehicle is getting updated. Anytime a brand is getting refreshed, I'm not surprised that you're going to have inventory. That's been standard for the last 50 years. But when you walk around in this lot, I'm not seeing anything that's like, wow, people aren't buying vehicles. One of my friends just bought actually a Equinox the other day, and her lease was up from 2 years ago. She was within $20 of her payment from 2 years ago. So things are slowing down a little bit. And as I mentioned about 2 months ago, I told people, if you want to get your good deals on vehicles, 2024 is going to be the year to do it. And I still believe that, because things are slowing down some. But this won't last, because the entire automotive industry cannot absorb 20 to 50% discounts for an extended period. So take advantage of the discounts in 2024 and protect yourself for a few years, because I don't think you're going to see these discounts long term. No surprise, these are the Acadias, and there is a refresh coming, so there is extra inventory of these. With that being said, I don't think there's any more inventory than there has in the past prior to COVID. Now, let's look at some of the other models. The Sierra, yep, there's some Sierras, AT4s, all the trim levels. You know what I'm not seeing much of though? Denali's they're sitting on, just one. I see just one. AT4Xs, that's a pretty premium truck. Now, what about some of these smaller SUVs? There's some, not a ton, but these things are still moving. These pack a big punch for the price. Of the trucks they just reviewed just 2 weeks ago, half of them are already gone. They still have the bronze AT4X right there, but the Canyon AT4X is already gone. They've still got this one, but they had 4 matching at the same time, and they're 100% identical, and I don't see the other 2. So vehicles are moving, and so all the doom and gloom, I think, is a bit of hype for you guys just to watch the channel and get clicks for these people. Just my opinion. I'm gonna now go take you guys to a few other dealerships, so now you can see some different brands. Okay, they got some decent amount of Broncos in stock, but that's not more than I saw in the past. Now let's look at F-150s. Check that out. They've probably got 30 F-150s missing here that were just here a few weeks back. This was filled with Edges and Escapes, literally just a few days ago. Gone. If you watch my videos, you see some of the F-150 reviews I do. This was all full of F-150s just the other day, and Escapes. This is the lowest I've seen these guys with inventory on a lot of vehicles in the past few months. And this is an outgoing model. Still nothing crazy. A handful of Expeditions. Okay, what do they have for Super Duties? 2 trimmers, both actually high outputs. Haven't seen a high output here in a while, and I can tell that's a 24. Still, not much of inventory. Okay, so I'm gonna walk around now at a Mazda dealership and see what they got for inventory. They got a handful of CX-90s here. Most of these are sold. The Honda dealership and see what they've got. Okay, 2 Odysseys. Got a few Civics here. Got an Accord, got a Ridgeline. But now you should ask yourself, is it the entire market that's seeing a discount right now? The Ram 23, 24, this is a dated design now. Ram has a new truck coming out. New motor, new interior, new exterior. It's getting updated. There's gonna be updated Compasses coming out. The Gladiator hasn't been selling that well for the last few years just because it's kind of a premium mid-sized truck. You got to be a very select person, and they've already had those heavily discounted. Look at Grand Wagoneers. There's a few of them there, 2, 3, and that's not even a Grand Wagoneer. That's just a Wagoneer. There are some deals to be had right now, but to be fair, it's not across the board. And as I've said a few months ago, these deals won't last as well. So if you're wanting to pick up a deal on a Gladiator, on a Ram 1500, on a Bronco Sport, on an Escape, on the new Ford Edge, they're actually going to quit making this, my understanding. And because of that, there's some great deals on some of these. So if you're looking for a great lease deal, I don't think you can go wrong with this. On a 23 F-150, on a Terrain, on an Acadia. This is a great vehicle. There's a new model coming out, and because of the new model, you're going to see good discounts on these this calendar year. An AT4X 1500. I think this is a model, if you're dead set, you love this, and you're not into a Raptor, I think you're going to see these heavily discounted because the price is pretty high on them compared to the competition. So if you're a deal shopper, get a 23 F-150. I think it will pay off. You're going to get some good discounts this year. Guys, so here's what I would tell you. If you're in the market to buy a new vehicle, I think where the deals are going to be is try to find the vehicles where it's an outgoing model. So for instance, the 23 F-150, you're going to see better deals this year on it. The Ram 1500, you're going to see better deals on it. If you wanted a mid-size or small SUV, the Equinoxes, the Terrains, the Acadias, the Traverses, all are getting refreshed in the next year. And because of that, you're going to get some better deals on it for this year. So I could sell you all the doom and gloom, and I could tell you that the market's going to collapse. The car apocalypse, CarMax is falling apart, blah, blah, blah. Go check CarMax's stock price in the last 5 days. If it was apocalyptic, you'd see it in the Dow Jones. Here's what I would tell you to do. 2024, as I said 3 months ago, and I made a video like this, will be a year where you can get discounted vehicles. We haven't seen that in a few years. You know, the last few years have been really tough being a car buyer because COVID made inflation go out of control, and now car prices are all up 20 to 50% or more in some cases. But here's what I tell you. If you are in the market to upgrade, this will probably be a good year to do it because these discounts won't last. Typically, when inflation comes, you'll see little hiccups of discounts, but then when things stabilize, that's the new reality. Once the market normalizes, and these trucks were $100,000 trucks, and maybe they're discounted $8, $10, even $15,000 right now. This MSRP, I bet for 2025 model year, probably be $103,000. The price will still go up. The price will still go up on that 1500. The price will go up on all of these vehicles. Why? Because the prices are going to go up. So I could feed you a line and tell you it's the end of the world for cars and nothing's selling. Stuff is still selling. Vehicles are still selling. If you want me to give you a doom and gloom, this is the end of the automotive industry, and we're seeing 50 to 70% discounts and huge discounts on cars, I'll do that for you. But I don't think it's reality. And I also think, you know, if it's your money, you'd be smart and you do your research and you start realizing where the deals are and where the deals are not. And it's also regionalized pricing, and the car manufacturers know this as well. Some regions are being impacted more than others, and some regions are seeing no impacts at all. If you enjoy the video, feel free to like and subscribe.